Now I'm posting hoops and beats. I'm in the field, I'm like OBJ. I got on chrome heart cleats. I was just bumping the slime tape. Now I'm on Weezy beats. We in LA, we find some act, and I know how Weezy be.
I told bro, just meet me at the top, don't gotta compete with me. Ain't even gotta compete. Like, football. Don't worry about me, I ain't worry about you. I got Perkins and leading weed inside my body. Brody still pitch on the head like old Tom. Designer shirts, designer pants, but they old baggy just like zombies. My shirts and chrome pants, bust down patty, perfect time. That's all I need.
Gotta go and get the rest, that's all to me.
In the morning, they sip a little coffee, I'm drinking on lean. I fuck with that hoe, she do burgers, but that bitch a fiend. You ain't even gotta compete with me. I got Perkins and leading weed inside my body. Brody still pitch on the head like old Tom. Designer shirts, designer pants, but they old baggy just like zombies. My shirts and chrome pants, bust down patty, perfect time. That's all I need. Gotta go and get the racks, that's up to me. In the morning, they sippin' little coffee, I'm drinking on lean. I fuck with that hoe, she do burgers, but that bitch a fiend. Mama like, why they cost you so much in their regular jeans? My little for the right, she ain't with the bullshit I love me. Bro, they hate sippin' trips, but life been pieces and cream.
My life been pretty good.
Gotta fight to LA, I don't really mind poppin' a bean. She want Chanel and Celine. Is you gon' buy me some lean? Lane, she wanna geek with her. Got her in LODB.
Told her I'd fly out. I was just telling her dreams. I'm like JT. This bitch just let me in the green. Baby, so geek. And they say what I mean. $1,000 red gold.
I'm working so rockin' the Queens.
Money hanging like an auger.
Sippin' all this fucking green.
I'm better phone just like Oprah.
This chopper's all under the seats.
I used to be on my white gloves.
Now I'm posting hoops and beats.
I'm in the field, I'm like OBJ. I got on chrome heart cleats. I was just bumping the slime tape. Now I'm on Weezy beats. We in LA, we find some act, and I know how Weezy be.
Told bro, just meet me at the top, don't gotta compete with me. Ain't even gotta compete. Like, don't worry about me, I ain't worry about you. I got Perkins and leading weed inside my body. Brody still pitch on the head like old Tom. Designer shirts, designer pants, but they old baggy just like perfect time, that's all I need. Gotta go and get the racks, that's up to me. In the morning, they sip a little coffee, I'm drinking on lean. I fuck with that hoe, she do burgers, but that bitch a fiend.
Like, we all come from where we come from. The goal is to just make this shit legit.
They had me confused, I got to a check, now they know it's done. Bro jib, but he holding up. She a baddie like, okay, show me some. Probably got more hoes than Tiger Woods. If I hit one time, it's a hole in one. But my bro in the trap, serve pays like Golden Crust. I ain't holding no drink, I just pour it up. Took money to racks to the shut 'em up. Still ride through the hood, say what up the cuz. Like, you show love, it'll fuck you up. And don't chase the pussy, chase the bag, and then it's gon' come with sluts. And you know I love the sluts. She a 10 and she got a bubble butt. And my wrist hitting like that nigga Bud. I swear they was never my friends. Damn. Where the fuck they was at in the start? No, they was never my twin. No, they was never my heart. Never my heart. And my chain light up. How about the car? You start throwing darts. And my chain light up. Right on my chest, I look like Tony Stark. It was hitting my phone. It wasn't my money. I left it on red. Like, do not get left for the bread. Like, back door open, they left you for dead, nigga. And I got a hood bitch. Coochie pink just like Sissy Red.
I want the neck in the head. She from New York, but she go down south. The talk got me dozing out. I'm trying to see what this hoe about. Don't run it in the phone and I run on the place and I know the route. Don't talk too much, keep it zip. No, I stick to the code like zip.
I swear that shit been getting too lit. See a bad bitch and forget that I hit.
And I'm still stacking my crackers like Ritz. And I'm still cracking my crackers like Ritz.
They shooting this shit, gotta switch.
That shit got a game, that shit got no riz. I told her to come meet me down at the what?
Told her to come meet me down at the wrist.
Hey.
How did I know that the money was coming? My palm had an itch. I cannot show too much love in these streets. R.I.P. Money Mitch. R.I.P. I know they clocking. All of my moves, I gotta move different. I hit the Dodger like K-Flock. I told her don't trip. Don't trip. She synced up, said she down with this shit. No, I'm global, out of town with this shit. Stay alert, cause you know it get vicious. Remember when my pockets down in the dish? I ain't never had no studio time. I was going robbing pounds for the shit. I can't let nobody take what's mine.
Don't believe everything, that's on the screen, nigga. What? I got a baddie, say she for believe. My diamond stream, I run it up fast, I'll show you the speed. Hey, 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 yeah. What? You like my effect out here? Oh yeah, shout out to the homies, titties and shit, you heard? What? You know that I was at the point of breaking.
I whip this car too fast and never break it.
Let's go.
20 shit, it feel amazing.
Yeah, cheer me on, nigga.
We got a laser. Bitch, talk shit like
I like that, I like that. Appreciate you, bro.
Around the corner. Right
the realest. My buddy Blaze, go get Blaze. Blaze gotta watch me, those folks go that kid get hurt.
If I back out the shop, you give it up.
That's a casino, nigga.
Brody rockin' them Cartiers, I put on chrome on, that's real see no niggas.
I'm following me, no niggas. Growing up, I ain't never wanna be no nigga. I'm slimy as Mitch.
Take your bitch out the beach up, put on your ring. I look out, I see where this using on black. That boy that was blood, and it better be skilled. We ain't playing that weak shit up in the club. I can't hear new shit, it got skilled. I'm lean to the side like a pill.
I'm geek.
They should not wanna be him.
It don't make sense, so how I drive it crazy, and that's that nigga be him. All of our bars, youngers couldn't pay, they need for that ain't to them. I told Lady Gang, it's like really what I should just say to him.
Really up in the game like EA. She up like some new weed, get sprayed. New bag, my pockets just singing like. That's how it's out when I get paid. She just wanna stay where I stay. Been calling her phone, she been missing for days. How she get never no hair is impressive. I tell her go teach my other bitch lessons. I'm coming blacked out, stop bitch, I'm Tesla. And I just bustin' them chops for the pressure. Come from a block that's full of finesse. Birdie still scraping the pot for the extras. I had to tell her I'm not with the texting. She kept on blowing me up, she festin'. You bound to make you some guap if you next to me. Shorty a baddie, I gotta get next to her. Watch how she panic when I pull a belly truck. Before I go broke, make you go get that necklace up. Make you go get that watch. These niggas moving too goofy like watch. Shorty go crazy, I sit back just watching. She tryna suck me up out of my socks. She like I ain't tryna knuckle up. They put him in a box. He was a boxer. We got the drop. Shh, go Flacco. I'm with the G6 geeking like Waka.
That money put none above it.
Yeah, shorty, she wanted to suck it. Get that pack and then I see you later. All in designer, I got different flavors. Just be on the ground until a nigga make it. Don't got no time for you to steady wasting.
Singing it down, it ain't I'll replace it.
She get around me, now her heart is racing. You know all this money, we gotta make it. We got that money, never gonna decline. You need to catch up, you staying behind. Instead of pull up, you creeping with the nine. My local bitches mad, I'm never around. Now everybody, they jacking the sound. I came from the bottom, built up from the ground. From the ground.
She might drown. She just on me cause the water on me. Put her in a lost and a found. Get up on me, come and get your shorty. But I whip that belly through the town. I know they watching and they plotting on me, so I gotta keep that thing around. If they pull up, you know it's going down. She ain't gangin', hanging with me. She want that cash out the angels with me. RP block got angels with me. Free on my 30s, need tango with me. I'm making it rain on ice, get up with her. I'm bobbing the jeans and I'm bobbing the sweater. Smoking the pain, me solos and cheddar. I'm looking for stains, just me and Vendetta.
Get that money, put none above it. Yeah, shorty, she wanted to suck it. Get that packing and I see you later. All in designer, I got different flavors.
Hey, be about team, everybody go crazy. Hey, cheers on, cheers on. Shit, that's a big. They got me guarding the big.
This money, we gotta make it. We know that money never gonna decline. You need to catch up, you staying behind. Instead of pull up, you creeping with the nine. My local bitches mad, I'm never around. Now everybody, they jacking the sound. I came from the bottom, built up from the ground. Got the side arm, so you know I stay safe. I got plenty paper and it's up in the safe. I done took a loss, elevated, now I move like a boss. AMG package, it double exhaust. Copping designer, no matter the cost. You got booked and that was probably my fault. If I told her that I love her, I'm lying. Taking that clip and the gun out the drawer. I think somebody knocking, checking the door. Thought it was a hot, but shorty from yesterday. She wanna pull up and give me the draw. Your long bitches, I can give you some more. I get that money, I'm getting some more. All this fashion, we go open the store. Fucking that hoe, I'm leaving us sore. No Olympic, but we still gonna score. Get that money, put none above it. Yeah, shorty, she wanted to suck it. Been that packing and I see you later. All in designer, I got different flavors. Just be on the ground until a nigga make it. Don't got no time for you to steady waste it. Taking it down and later I replace it. She get around me, now her heart is racing.
What you doing,
all
G?
this money, we gotta make it. We know that money never gonna decline. You need to catch up, you staying behind. Instead of pull up, you creeping with the nine. My local bitches mad, I'm never around. Now everybody, they jacking the sound. I came from the bottom, built up from the ground. From the ground.
Super Bowl 59 is on Fox. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have their sights set on a legendary three-peat.
Unbelievable.
While Saquon Barkley and the Eagles look to put a...
I'm in the nasty bitch. Don't even ask me, just grab it. Pull that bitch out. I'm up in traffic with it. Trying my best not to crash, cause it's in the mouth. She ain't got patience with me. She like, fuck this shit, babe. If we crash, look how you went out. Today I pulled out SRT. If I crash it, it's one of my cheaper cars. How many you got? Like 13. If I'm out in that hill, could I ride with it? Don't say nothing, you know what I mean? Girl, you know you got too much ass. I know that thing probably can't go in them jeans. When I get off the road, I'm trying to see how that go. Can we fuck on the floor on our knees? If I get in there and kill that pussy, promise this you ain't gonna go to police. I'm from Charlotte, I used to pull up in the rental when Silbo's in front of no grease. Anytime I got locked down, I ain't never called mama, I always left over my freak. Tell her go pay the bond and go get my Impala and park on the side of 4th Street. They can pop it, I really had summers. I went to court 3 times a week, nigga, yeah. Was really that one is a street nigga, yeah. Been had the guns before rap, nigga, yeah. Keep that bitch on me, I sleep with it, Paranoid, watch how you creep. I shoot this bitch straight through my 10, I ain't cheap. Glock 23 in my hand when I jog, got an ARP sitting on the passenger seat. I don't reload, I'm switching it. Shoot this bitch out my door while I'm sitting in it. My dick gon' be the shovel. I tell her lay her fine ass on the floor while I dig it. I'ma leave a little pup. Fucking these little niggas, bitches, 4L. I had went and got me some little money. I brought my big bro a Corvette with no L's. You ask my homeboy mamas that knew me when I was growing up, all my hustle was hell. You ask my mama shit about you. Ever since 2nd grade, baby had something to sell. Make them turn the music down in front of the house. Gotta control all your traffic, nigga. I was a fool with the traffic. I can show you what to do with that plastic, nigga. Now I get lit up for rapping, nigga, like,
Like niggas can't play like regular like this. Like niggas can't do this. Like pass. Like niggas can't do that. That shit just easy, bro. Like that's how you play basketball, bro. Like that. God damn. Not all that dribble, shoot a long ass shot. No, you gonna miss that shit. That shit be crazy to me. I'm saying, bro, you probably will, bro. But I'm just saying, like, just playing regular basketball, bro, it's just like easy. That's a fact. I feel you trying to play shit.
Whipping it like I stole it. Gotta grind if you really want it. When you hurting, nobody know this. I'm in civic, can't lose my focus. I'ma kick this shit like Messi. Keep the mouth, case shit get messy. Live my life on ice, man, Gretzky. And we keep that dick, don't test me. I see her back and I grab it. These niggas need a new hobby. These niggas need a new habit. I left her right in the lobby, cause she was way below average. You can find me with a chest beat. Ain't no nigga gon' check me. Big bitch, testy. She busted open and wet me. I'm tryna see with the brain like I'm tryna get her inside if she let me. I know I drive you insane, right? Maybe I should go holla at Bestie. I had to tell her I go through the companies. Women be tryna arrest me. Shorty always acting childish. Money grown and it's sexy. I was dreaming about the thousands. Woke up like check please. Stay with my brothers, we 10 toes. And these nuts in my pocket like egg rolls. Cabbage. See it, I want it, I grab it. I don't really need to buy the rate. but I feel like I just gotta have it. I ain't wearing no diamonds today. I think I might go 21 Savage. I remember them times and them days. I was hurting, now I'm living lavish. If it's about to check, I'm on it. Had the ghost outside, house on it. Top going like an alcoholic. Whipping it like I stole it. Gotta grind if you really want it. When you hurting, nobody knows it. I'm in Civic, can't lose my focus. I'ma kick this shit like Messi. Keep the mop, case shit get messy. Live my life on ice, man, Gretzky. So we keep that stick, don't test me. I see her back and I grab it. These niggas need a new hobby. These niggas need a new habit. I left her right in the lobby, cause she was way below average. I started shit from the bottom. Me and my dough made 100 plays. I keep my brothers right next to me. I wouldn't want it no other way. Can't have that fake shit around me. All that shit could go the other way. I think that she try to drown me. Pussy wetter than a fucking lake. Sometimes you gotta make that move. Do what you do to go make that lose. Only 2 seats in a Rari, but she in the coupe and her friend is too. Already know she a daddy and she wants some money, but I'm too smooth.
Yo, bad is that
You ain't signed up for the 30s
like
before the money and all of the dreams. Walk around with that waiting. Need it now, I'm impatient. Smoke strong like a patient. This ain't a foreign car, it's a spaceship. These niggas always acting for shit, but won't even say congratulations.
These niggas was saying this shit like crazy.
My back and I never need a vacation. If it's about to check, I'm on it. Got the ghost outside, house on it. Top going like an alcoholic. Whipping it like I stole it. Gotta grind if you really want it. When you hurting, nobody know this. I'm in Civic, can't lose my focus. I'ma kick this shit like Messi. Keep the mop, case shit get messy. Live my life on ice, man, Gretzky. So we keep that stick, don't test me. I see her back and I grab it. These niggas need a new hobby. These niggas need a new habit. I left her right in the lobby, cause she was way below average.
You cheated on me, Harry? You don't deserve me.
It's time to introduce our CEO.
Let me show you what real class looks like.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the Tribal Chief wants another WWE Championship. He boldly tells that everybody else is effed. Logan Paul threatened to quit WWE if this happened at the Royal Rumble. When did Jey Uso learn that he was winning the Rumble? Trish Stratus returning for another run? An injured WWE star return imminent. Jim Ross tells fans to stop embarrassing themselves, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleMania XL. And now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at Roman Reigns opens up about the future. At top of today's news are several statements from Roman Reigns that are sure to raise eyebrows. The first being that the Tribal Chief wants another WWE Championship. Will Roman Reigns wear a World Heavyweight Championship again? Well, that seemed to be Roman's goal after he squashed Tribal Chief, with Reigns stating that he was looking to regain his title. However, the fallout from and CM Punk at WrestleMania 41. During an appearance on the No Contest podcast, Reigns was asked if he was going to get bored and look into another title run. And Roman answered, "You know what Wasted's supposed to go on."
Nigga, you not even moving. How he's doing. What the fuck is you talking
How
about?
are you doing?
And then you missed the tough ass jump. That'll make no sense.
I woke up. That's how I look at it.
Watch this one and you ain't gonna pass. Like,
it's a hard.
These niggas is these niggas get on 2K and don't know how to play basketball. They just want to score. Nigga, the concept is to play the right way, nigga. Like, that's the whole concept. These niggas just get on here and want to dribble, shoot.
Miss
like,
the
what the fuck
camaraderie,
is this?
bond with the boys. choose
Nigga, your
either be a
build is
superstar
nasty.
or
Nigga,
be
you
one of
catching
the boys.
rebounds and doing what
My
with
big
it? Missing
business.
jumpers?
But Roman's choice
What are
paid
you-
off,
what are
but he
you-
still
what are you
misses
talking
young guns.
about?
But yeah, I miss being in there, being able to guide
This
some of those
nigga
guys,
tweaking.
not just my family, but the whole locker room, and to be one of the leaders. I'm not mad where I'm
Nigga
at
ain't
now.
passed the
I
ball
like
one
my
time,
system.
and
I like
ain't
my
talking about
process.
on the
If I
respect
could just
that
be in that
bill.
locker room a little bit more,
Niggas
I
sound
probably
like
would.
trash.
Reigns' rise to the top came at a price.
nigga's a
Something
goofy.
he still lives with.
Hey, he get on the
Next
mic
up,
talking
Logan
about,
Paul
you know you
threat
gonna
to
sell.
quit
Nigga,
WWE if
you get
this
on the
happened at
game
the Rumble.
doing dumb
Now,
shit.
some interesting comments from Logan Paul,
This
as the
nigga's an
always
idiot.
controversial YouTuber and WWE star.
These
Recently
niggas have
discussed how he
teammates
would
for no
quit
reason.
WWE if
Stupid
something
ass
happened at
niggas.
this year's Rumble. The Maverick informed listeners on his impulsive
Why are you playing the
podcast
game
that
then,
Dwayne
dumbass?
Johnson tries to take my
Fuck is you
30 spot.
how you
straight
play
up.
basketball,
Going straight
nigga?
to the boss.
You play
Nick
no.
Khan, and I'm
You
saying,
play
like,
basketball one-on-one,
dude,
goofy?
I quit.
You's a
Now,
dumb
wrestling
nigga,
fans
bro.
know that Logan Paul is
You was
the
a
king
dumb
of
motherfucker,
self-promotion,
bro.
which, as we
I
said
bet you in
before,
real life
makes him
niggas be
so
cooking this shit out
effective
your
in
stupid ass.
WWE.
Boy, your dumb
Whether
ass.
you believe Paul would have quit or you think he's getting
This nigga,
free
look at
from
this
his
nigga.
skin.
He don't know how to pass. Look at him pinning it off niggas' legs and
Especially
shit.
as WrestleMania nears. Next up, when did
nigga's
James
crazy,
learn
bro.
that he was winning
Like,
the Rumble?
I don't get
Jey
it,
Uso's
bro.
shocking Royal Rumble winners been the talk
Basketball
of the
is
wrestling
5
world, but
on
when did he
5,
learn that he
nigga.
was winning the big match?
5
Jey
on
recently
5.
chatted with Daniel
These
Cormier,
niggas
revealing,
tweaking.
I was humbled. I knew as soon as they told me like halfway during the day,
Make a-
Saturday,
make
man,
a cut
I
or
need the
something,
last
nigga. You
four to
just
come in here.
do
I'm
something,
last
nigga.
four. I see who's with me.
Look at him. He want a tough
they
shot.
let me know.
This nigga
But Jay told Cormier they
cheesehead,
liked how
man.
WWE swerved its fans.
Nigga,
The man who made a
cheesehead,
household
bro.
word points to his Rumble win and his previous IC Championship win over Bron Breakker, a wrestler who seemed to be in for a dominant reign, only for Jay to beat him early in his
Nigga,
first
it's
run
easy
as
for me
IC
to score,
champion.
nigga. My first
Do you think
thought is
WWE will
passing,
pull an
nigga.
even bigger
Stupid.
swerve and put a world title on Jay?
Fuck is this nigga
Next up,
talking about,
the
nigga? I
Royal
can
Rumble
score anytime
breaks
I wanna
records.
score.
That was good news as the observers reporting on how successful this year's Rumble was.
Pass
This
the
was
ball,
the most
bro.
watched Royal Rumble around the world in history, and actually the most watched WWE pay-per-view event in history. The event brought in big bucks at the box office too, partly due to the WWE being such a hot ticket, but also due views. The Rumble because there were a lot
Bro,
more
don't
views
nobody
on
hating on
Netflix
a
than
bucket,
there were
bro.
via when it was
Play
on
with your
pay-per-view in the
teammates,
old
though,
days,
nigga.
or
The fuck is you
television
talking- you see how
after
he
the
did that,
pay-per-view or
bro?
local streaming
Do some
services
shit like that,
network,
nigga.
or the
What you
network or
talking about?
whatsoever. So more people
This nigga
watch
talking
this
about
Royal
hating
Rumble
on a
than watch
bucket.
any
Nigga, we don't
round
give
of
a fuck. We
WrestleMania
want you to
ever,
score,
let
nigga.
alone
We just
every
don't
Royal
want to
Rumble
be
ever.
just sitting
So that
here,
record
nigga. The
will be
fuck are you
broken
talking
at
about,
WrestleMania,
nigga?
but it was in fact the all-time
No,
record.
nigga, hell
And
no.
this is
Nigga,
great
you would
news
never
for
see me
TKO
do that,
Holdings
goofy.
and its
Dumb as
shareholders,
hell.
as there seems to be no end in sight for WWE
Yeah,
success.
they got that
Next
option,
up, Bayley
dumbass.
still pushing for Evolution 2. Bayley has been a strong advocate for WWE's women's division, including a role in creating damage control to get over Io Sky and Dakota Kai, and a willingness to put over WWE talent.
You ain't about to carry
Now
me to
Bayley
shit,
is the
nigga.
case
You might
for
carry
WWE
somebody
today,
else, you know,
all
nigga. You
women's
ain't never gonna
talent.
carry
The
me,
role model
nigga.
chatted with Screen Rant.
If I get, as
saying
long as I
that
get the
that's
ball,
more
nigga, I'm gonna score.
opportunities for women's
Dumbass
wrestling to be
niggas
showcased,
jumping
you
out
know?
their shoes.
There's so much more
Stupid
to
ass
do.
nigga.
There's so many goals for us now that we have 2 more titles we can go after. I've been dying for an Evolution 2. I think now is the perfect time. Bayley pointed out the abundance of talent in WWE, NXT, and TNA. And that WWE
That's
could
what I'm here for,
conceivably
to
run
win,
a
nigga.
2-night Evolution event.
Why you think I'm
Definitely
leading?
all for
Oh,
Evolution
okay, nigga.
too,
That's
but
why we tied in
2-night event
points,
seems a
nigga.
bit
Fuck
too
is you
much.
talking about?
Next up, Trish
Pass
Stratus
me the ball,
returning
nigga.
to WWE for another run.
you talking about,
Trish
nigga?
Stratus' return at this year's Rumble was
What
a
are you
pleasant
doing, bro?
surprise
You
and
hitting
maybe the start of another
clanks off the
campaign by
backboard?
WWE Hall of
This
Famer.
nigga had clanks
Fightful
off the
Select
backboard,
Ross Sapp
nigga.
discussed Stratus' WWE status during an appearance on The Hump. I heard that Trish would be involved
Right,
in
that's-
some
look what
capacity
you do.
for a
You
while
just sitting in
moving
the
forward,
corner
and that
and
she
shit.
often pitches things. Now Trish has the
Look at this.
25
What you
year
gonna do?
merch and has the
Oh
Toronto
my
show
God.
coming up at the end of the month, so I wouldn't be
Same-
shocked
the
if she
same
wasn't.
mid-range,
The
nigga.
WWE laid the groundwork
same
for
Kevin
Trish
Durant
versus Tiffany
mid-range,
Stratton
nigga.
program at last year's Money in the Bank PLE, and made sure to please fans of Stratus and Stratton. Next up, an injured WWE star return imminent. Now is Dakota
Why is filing your taxes with Free Tax USA different? Well, for starters, our premium federal tax return
Lockdown.
free.
Lockdown. Where you going, nigga?
No matter
Lockdown.
what.
Lockdown. And I do it
Like
both
this,
ways. Fuck is you
you'll
talking
often
about?
ask,
Fuck is you
so
talking about,
how
nigga?
do
I
you
do it
make
both
money?
ways, nigga.
While our federal return is always free, we make money from our optional paid services, like our state tax return, which is less than $20. Next, you may be asking, is Free Tax USA safe? Yes, we always keep your information encrypted, private, and secure. As an authorized e-file provider, we securely file the
sound like a hater.
returns directly with the IRS.
He's a hater, bro. That shit is sad, bro.
Will my taxes be done right?
Man, we teammates to this nigga hating because he can't shoot.
Guaranteed accurate. We also
that is crazy, bro. Shoot that bitch. Oh, that's a foul. Bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
This year could save you $100
I ain't gonna hold you. That's a foul,
from
G.
your tax filing. Making the switch easy.
Son.
Try Free Tax USA today.
Yo, go score, bro. You missed your last 2 shots, bro. Do something for us, bro. Do something for us, my nigga. Come on, G. That ain't it. That ain't it.
Kai had suffered an unfortunate fracture of injury.
Talking about you
recently
carrying
taken off the
niggas
road
and
after
shit.
he suffered a concussion
That
on
ain't
the
it, my
20th
nigga.
January Raw. According to PW Insiders Mike Johnson,
shit,
the
bro,
damage
what you
control
want,
member is
bro?
on the
What you
cusp
want? We
of
can still
returning.
win this shit, bro. What you
The belief is that
doing?
he'll be back before the end of February.
Oh,
Cultaholic
shit.
noted some of Kai's past injuries, saying
That's
Kai
crazy,
suffered from injury issues in the recent years, including spending 10 months on the shelf from May 2023
Bro, why you do that, bro?
March 2024.
Yo,
with a
Big
torn
Nate,
ACL.
bro, why you do
Kai
that,
was
Big Nate?
injured again from July until November 2024.
Nah, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
with a
You got
torn
mad at this nigga.
WWE
I
was
feel you
pushing
got mad
each
at this
other
nigga,
hard
bro.
after
This
return from
Xbox
injury.
ass nigga, bro.
Looking
This
to the
is what them
finals of the
Xbox niggas do,
IC
man.
Championship.
That's what them
Although
Xbox
running
niggas
the
do,
Damage
man.
Control often saw in the tag team program, it looked like WWE was ready to test the
These niggas
waters for a singles run. Next up, Jim Ross tells fans to stop
shit.
embarrassing themselves. A legendary wrestling announcer Jim Ross is speaking about the recent announcement that Triple H is being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Ross, a Hall of Famer himself, didn't hold back on what he thinks of the game's induction as a single star, as Hunter is already in the Hall of Fame for his work in DX. Congratulations to Triple H for being inducted, or gonna be inducted soon. Anybody says that he's not deserving, the only reason he's in is because of who he married is such bullshit. It's weak. If you're saying that, stop. Stop embarrassing yourself. Jay also mentioned the son of a bitch was the top heel in one of the hottest eras in WWE history, and now he's the quarterback, the head coach of the same team that's setting records. Give me a break. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself by showing your ignorance. Don't do it. A Triple H will forever have to deal with naysayers' belief that he never would have gotten as far as he did without marrying Vince McMahon's daughter Stephanie. Next up, CM Punk reveals a big secret. Now, our WWE press conference is scripted, although according to CM Punk, who appeared on the Good Guy Bad Guy podcast, admitting nothing in the press conferences, you're just sitting there in real time fielding and asking and answering questions. So yeah, it's a shoot because there's nobody telling you what to say. There's no writer. You don't get a script. Somebody asks and you answer. And finally, John Cena's series cancelled. And last but not least, it's the end of the road for John Cena as Warner Brothers Discovery is cancelling his series Wipeout. Entertainment site Deadline recently covered an article on why Wipeout is being, well, wiped out. Solanas, the president of TNT, admitted that these shows are expensive. Those are very much in the realm of what we do. Wipeout is inherently comedic and a joy to watch, but I think what we're looking at is being realistic in terms of the entire environment. We have to recalibrate. A Wrestling News noted that the popular game show was revived in 2021, but fortunately for Cena, he has so many irons in the fire that this may be a relief. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news.
Lock him up!
Yes.
What? Whoa! Not guilty. Loser!
Orthodox 3P in the history of the NBA. It is not one team that's going to 3P. It is one city that is going to 3P. Los Angeles is going to win a 3P in basketball. The city of LA. I'm talking about the LA Clippers winning 3P after the LA Clippers win the title at the most unorthodox 3P in the history of the NBA. It is not one team that's going to 3P. It is one city that is going to 3P. Los Angeles is going to win a 3P in basketball. the city of LA. I'm talking about the LA Lakers winning the repeat, and after GOAT King LeBron retires, the LA Clippers win the title at the new Intuit Dome in 2027. The Wildfires are going to connect to this. 2 years and 5 months, the city of LA wins the repeat after the Wildfires. The LA Lakers and the King are going to win 2 out of those 3 titles with the King and GOAT King LeBron James. King is Camacho 23. Maybe the Clippers will beat the Lakers without GOAT King LeBron James. Kawhi is 25. LA Lakers is 25. Kawhi is 29. Kawhi is going to win the three-peat for the city of LA over 29 months later. And now Kawhi is an LA native. This finals would begin 126 weeks after the Wildfires. This is going to be connected to Kobe, obviously, who died on 1/26. As far as Kobe's death goes to the LA three-peat for the city of LA, 89 months later. 89 would be Camacho of King James winning the repeat in year 23. In Los Angeles, California, is Camacho of 89. But it's worth pointing out, 7 years in 4 months. Just over 7 years and 4 months after Kobe's death, we would see this unorthodox three-peat. Kawhi Anthony Leonard is Camacho 59, and GOAT King LeBron James is going to win his 59th playoff game with the Lakers to win the back-to-back. As I've talked about in the original video, 6 years, 5 months after Kobe's death, GOAT King LeBron James wins his 6th ring. Kobe born at Philadelphia, and you know, as far as this year goes, last title at Florida during a pandemic. 77 months will be his burial at the Crown of the Sea. And GOAT King LeBron James, obviously this is straight out of Revelation. Revelation is Camacho 77. And then of course, this year, the beginning of 3 straight titles, Philadelphia 65, 5 years, 4 months, that's Kobe Bean Bryant. But if Kobe Bean Bryant is 81, the 81st NBA Finals is going to see the three-peat achieved for the city of Angels. But it's not a GOAT King LeBron. Instead,
yeah, bro, I can't get no
Los
wins.
Angeles
I got
Clippers
one win, I need niggas to play though.
winning
like
the title
shit. Like the big
in
man,
the 2027 NBA Finals.
You couldn't hit no jumper, you couldn't hit no layups, like shit.
It's Kawhi Leonard that's gonna win with 3 different organizations.
I'm trying to win with this point guard.
We've seen it before. We've seen
I know I can win with my center.
Bucks.
That's easy.
New arena, win the title. Warriors, new arena, win the title.
This is the first build I made and shit. I just put him down.
Logical
for a while.
conclusion
Once I made my big,
dictates
that nigga
that
was me and him was so insane.
basically,
Let me see if I can get a 2-man going, bro.
the Clippers are going to be winning in the new
I got a W
arena.
already, but it's just like, I'm trying to get a streak.
Clippers
I was
is Camacho 3-peat,
I was on a 3-game streak.
but an unorthodox 3-peat.
Bullshit.
A 3-peat by the city, not by one team.
Hey man, I hate when I take a shower and shit. Man,
the next team outside of LA to win a title.
Or not even sweating, niggas just start feeling a little hot. No,
48 months later, James is 48. Jokic is 48.
Damn.
The Clippers, LA Clippers, is 48. The last team outside of LA to win the title, the Boston Celtics. And 48 months later, we see the next team outside of LA win a championship.
Hey, shout out all my people in the Billy with me, you know what I'm saying?
And that honor is going to go to the loser Phoenix Suns.
Cheer for me.
Phoenix, Camacho, at 48. In Arizona, the 48 admitted stake in the union. Kevin Durant and the loser Phoenix Suns are the next team outside of LA to win a championship.
That's 4 West teams.
We've already seen it before in the inverse, where LA wins in football, the Rams won in football, but a three-peat followed. Here, it's a little bit different. Non-LA team wins, but then LA teams win 3 straight years. Go get the Bonds' 45th playoff series win of his career. Not only references the 18th title, but the three-peat that's going to follow for the city of LA. Not won by one team, but won by LA. Everything with the Lakers is connected to 19. The chapter ends at the birth of Kareem and Jordan. The GOAT of basketball here predicted the GOAT in the Bond prophecy a long time ago, and it is going to come into fruition.
Shams, what are you watching most closely as we inch towards the trade deadline?
Malika, I think all eyes around the NBA are certainly on the Phoenix Suns, a lot of because of what's transpired over the last several days. But from what I'm told, there are multiple teams making really aggressive calls to the Suns on Kevin Durant. Obviously, we know what has happened. He has made it clear. He had made it clear that he did not want a reunion with the Warriors. The Warriors made a very strong pursuit of him over the last week. And several calls are continuing to pour in. One thing I do want to clarify, Kevin Durant has not requested a trade. And it's my understanding most of all these conversations this week have been somewhat blindsiding because going into this week and this season, I don't think a trade was something he was thinking about. He has wanted to stay in Phoenix. And another situation to monitor as well, Atlanta with what they could do. DeAndre Hunter, Bogdan Bogdanovic, Clint Capella, all veteran players that teams are calling on.
Okay, Atlanta and Phoenix. Shams, thank you so very much. We'll let you get back to hitting the phones as we bring it back inside our studios here. Aggressive calls, Shams is saying here on Kevin Durant. Brian, how do we get to this point?
Aggressive calls,
Is that like a volume or like an offer?
You've had some aggressive calls.
Yeah, I've received some aggressive calls.
Yeah. So the thing is, the Suns were in a spot. They're a 500 team. They are in the second apron. They were having difficulty trying to figure out how to improve. They tried for weeks to find a way to trade Bradley Beal. They could not find a way to trade Bradley Beal. Kevin Durant is eligible for an extension this summer. They aren't really sure how that's going to go. They had painted themselves into a corner. So when they realized they couldn't trade Bradley Beal, they started having discussions with the Golden State Warriors about moving Kevin Durant there. Now, everybody can play the game that they want to play about who called whom. At the end of the day, they were making a deal for Kevin Durant. The Miami Heat, for weeks, as you know, were trying to trade Jimmy Butler. After all kinds of calls, they found a package that they liked, and that package belonged to the Golden State Warriors. So really what this became was a game between the Warriors, the Suns, and the Heat, involving Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, and Andrew Wiggins. And they put a deal together, and they were, again, everybody's going to have their story about how close they were, but there was a point where it looked like Kevin Durant might be headed for a reunion. And Kevin Durant didn't like the sound of that. And Kevin Durant let it be known that he didn't want to go back to Golden State. And so when that fell apart, and the Suns kind of came out of it, there was still that deal that had been negotiated between the Warriors and the Heat.
Right.
And we know that the Warriors have been trying to trade for a star going back a year. Last trade day, last summer, Kevin Durant. After missing a bunch of times, they finally decided, let's get the deal we can make with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler wanted the Suns, but part of the reason he wanted the Suns is they were willing to give him a contract extension. So what did the Warriors do to make sure they could get this deal done? They negotiated a contract extension. So here we have an imperfect deal, but we still have Jimmy Butler out and the Warriors adding a star. And now we watch to see what happens with Kevin Durant. And also where he's going to be mentally after being involved in trade.
And that's the question, because in the simplest terms possible, the Phoenix Suns are on the outside of this deal looking in. They do not want to trade. They will not trade Devin Booker. That is their franchise cornerstone. They have been unable to trade Bradley Beal. And so then you look around and say, okay, well, here's Kevin Durant. Bob, you know Kevin Durant well. Perk, you played with Kevin Durant. Mentally, I just imagine when you hear your name in trade talks like that, feeling like you've accomplished what you have, no player is untouchable, but how does that impact a locker room and an organization now?
Quite a bit. I mean, especially for somebody of his caliber, you can argue where he will go down in the history of the NBA, but I would put him at least in the top 10, best ever to play. And so I saw Kevin 3 weeks ago. Okay, so I saw Kevin at a football game a few weeks ago, and I asked him before all this, and I said, hey, are you good? Are you happy? And he said to my face, I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to be traded. And I believe it. And I believe he has felt that way all along. But then when you hear your name being mentioned out of, for him at least, I think it was a shock. He was kind of like, I didn't push for this. I didn't ask for this. And then to hear all the people speculating on the Warriors, I actually think the Warriors did the right thing by honoring Kevin's request. Kevin could have gone anywhere in 2016. Any team he wanted to go to, he could have went to. He went to the Warriors, and he's the only person in that whole equation that took criticism for it. I didn't. Joe Lacob didn't. Steve Kerr didn't. Steph Curry didn't. Draymond Green didn't. Only Kevin was the one that faced scrutiny. So whatever Kevin would want, had I still been with the Warriors, Kevin would get. He brought 2 championships, tried for a third, ended up getting hurt in that pursuit, 2 finals MVPs. So I like that the Warriors said, we hear you, we wanted you, we respect that you don't want to be here, that's fine. But now if you're Kevin, right, to your question, yeah, you're sitting there going, hang on a second here.
Yeah.
I am doing what you pay me to do. I'm playing basketball. I'm playing at a very good, high rate. And now I hear my name being mentioned. So he's a human being. You know, we try to mythologize. He's a guy. So you know him. I mean, you played. I'm not a player. I don't know. But I imagine as a human being, you're kind of shaken up.
Well, I was a player, but I wasn't that type of player. Make no mistake about it. But the question is why? Why? We're talking about the guy that self-proclaimed himself the God, right, on social media, and Kevin Durant. I'm trying to see what's been happening over the last few years. Well, we would have never thought that a team would say, you know what, Kevin Durant is available. By the way, he's averaging 27 and a half points per game right now. KD is available. You remember everybody got their panties in a bunch? When I said one day on Countdown, I said it's Steph Curry and LeBron James, and it's everybody else. Oh, you disrespecting KD? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. It's a real thing, and here we are.
There's 2 things you should know about any kind of KD situation. It's before 3 o'clock. One is he makes $51 million. In the NBA, there's all kinds of trade rules. It's not simple to put together a trade for a $51 million player. It took the Warriors and Heat and Suns days and days and days to make it happen, and it didn't happen. The second thing is he has a contract situation. His contract is up in a year. And typically, this is a time where you would know. You'd either extend or you would move on. And so the Suns need to maybe have a conversation with Kevin about the situation and about where he's at.
If anybody's question is, why is this happening?
Yeah.
The Suns are, I don't know, 500, right?
Right.
So they can't trade Bradley Beal. But that's on them. That is on them. They made a trade for a player that has a no-trade clause. So when you do that, you are married to that person, and they can do whatever they want. So Phoenix Suns, when you made that move, you can't expect to be able to trade Bradley Beal. You're not trading Devin Booker. They're 500. They're looking around going, well, what else are we going to do? I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's the why of it. They're saying, this isn't good enough. Durant's our only piece that can bring back anything. But to what you said, he's got 1 year left. So we're hearing his name get batted around.
And you know how we were so stunned that nobody knew about the Luka trade?
Yeah.
And I think actually the Mavericks took less in the package because they didn't let the Lakers talk to Luka. They took less. This is why. Because they didn't want Luka to find out, and then if the deal didn't go through, they have a fallout from it. That's why they did it this way. You can criticize it, but that's why they did it.
What Bobby is? What Bobby
right here. He's right here. He's here.
Speaking of the Mavs, I want to know how KD and can the Phoenix Suns and the Mavs make a deal to get KD?
Well, here's the yeah, listen, after we saw Luka get traded the other night, I think anything can happen here. The hard part is getting that money to match. And certainly when you look at Kevin Durant at $51 million, and we're not including Anthony Davis or Kyrie Irving, you're basically stacking all these players, whether it be Klay Thompson or P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford, right? You got to get to that $51 million number to get there. They're 171 below the first apron here. They do have 3 first-round picks, but as Brian said, making an in-season trade when you're trading 4 for 1 and then have to replenish your roster becomes awfully challenging. I honestly, if we're just talking about teams, I think the Houston Rockets make the most sense.
Interesting.
Because here's what Houston has. Houston has all of Phoenix's draft picks in 2025, 2027, and 2029. And if Phoenix wants a soft rebuild, that's how you start doing it here.
Let me speak to that. The Rockets, the message that they have sent out is that they love their young team.
Yes.
They do not want to do something like that now. We'll see what happens in the summer after seeing the playoffs. Here's something else. One thing that could have happened yesterday, after the three-way deal broke down, is the Heat could have done the deal with the Suns for Kevin Durant. There was some interest between the Heat and Kevin Durant. And the Suns communicated a request to the Heat, and it was, from what I understand, a massive request. Picks, swaps, young players. It would have been very difficult, and the Heat said, we like our Wiggins deal.
Well, then they don't want to trade it.
Okay. So
they don't want to trade it. Yeah. If their asking price is as high as it is, then they don't want to trade it, right? That's how I look at that.
I think that the asking price was so high, Bob, because of what they gave up to get.
Yeah, move around though, bro. That nigga like fronting you, so I can't like I'm passing you the ball.
What is KD and Devin Booker relationship looking like right now? Because that's huge in this factor, right? Because if I'm Devin Booker, a guy that went to the finals a few years ago, and you got Kevin Durant here,
lockdown.
Really
We still win.
He off. Different direction than the guy that's going to give me 27 to 30 points a night.
It's a good thing we have 4 hours to dive into it, and I'm hearing Ramona Shelburne has the answer to exactly that. We're less than 90 minutes away from the trade deadline. Kevin Durant still with the Phoenix Suns, but they are making deals. Our Sam Sharanya just reported, you know what that sound means? The Phoenix Suns are trading Yusuf Nurkic and a 2026 first-round pick to the Charlotte Hornets for Cody Martin, a handful of other players here, second-round pick as well. That is what Shams is reporting. Let's bring him in now. Shams, what is the thinking behind the Suns' decision here?
This is the Suns making some moves around the edges, getting players like Cody Martin and Micic who can help them in the rotation, also picking up an asset in return. There are teams certainly calling on Kevin Durant today, as they have been the last couple days since this has become a thing because of the Warriors' aggressive pursuit of Durant. But right now, the Suns' feeling is see how this team looks. There's 1.5 hours left before the NBA trade deadline concludes. So I guess they'll keep taking calls like every other team in the NBA. But right now, what this was is moves around the edges.
Okay, we'll let you get back to making those calls. Shams, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time here. I would like to go out now to Oklahoma City. That's where our Tim McMahon is. Tim, you were with KD last night with all of this trade talk surrounding him, the Suns. What was the vibe around the locker room here?
Howdy, Malika. I would say the vibe in a word, glum. I mean, let's be honest. They just got run off the floor by the Oklahoma City Thunder, gave up 50 points to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's their 4th loss in 5 games. This team that has this superstar trio is now 500. And oh, by the way, 2 of those stars have been shot from the trade market. Bradley Beal, he's had it lingering the whole season. Of course, as he has said, he holds the card, so he wouldn't get traded unless he approved. But Kevin Durant, one of the best players in NBA history, is hearing his names in trade speculation. You've got that swirling. You know, they were able to move Yusuf Nurkic. I think that was important, frankly, from a vibe standpoint. Nothing against Nurk, but you've got this mountain of a man moping at the end of the bench where he's been banished. But, man, this is a lot to put together, whether they make a move or not. If they don't make a move, you know, you've got to tell these guys, hey, we loved you all along. That, you know, they understand this. They understand that's not the way that the actions have indicated.
Yeah.
And, you know, frankly, their coach, Bud, you know, talking to people who know this team well or around the team or associated with the team, you know, they'll tell you Bud is a brilliant strategist, but he's not a psychologist. So when the smoke clears from the trade deadline, the Suns are really going to have a challenge on their hands as far as picking up the pieces and you know, moving forward and trying to make a run toward the end of the season.
Well, trying to rebuild morale, particularly if all of the same key players remain with Phoenix past the trade deadline. To your point about Yusuf Nurkic, he had fallen out of rotation. He last played on January 7th. Tim McMahon, thank you so very much. We'll continue to check in with you as the story develops. Ramona Shelburne, you've been talking with folks around the Phoenix organization. Can you just take us inside the conversations that McMahon is talking about right now? Because this is something that would be incredibly difficult.
Bro, you did not pass the ball at all. Bro, you fucking trash.
toxic.
Nigga, you was
like
oh, like
shoot
bro.
around yesterday. I heard
This
it was
nigga
very
tweaking,
awkward,
son.
very weird in Oklahoma City because everybody was on pins and needles, wondering what they were going to do. And I think now you have this reset where how do you move forward as a team when there was a clear mandate here, like they have to do something. And if they're not able to get anything done, which is, as we say, you talked about in the open, there's aprons, there's all this stuff. I mean, it's really hard to do something. And the thing they were trying to do did not come to fruition because Kevin Durant said no. It's hard to move forward, and that's where they're left. And I think, look, they had this sort of fool's gold run of 3 weeks ago. They won 8 out of 10. Things looked okay. And then they realized afterwards that they were just kind of beating bad teams. And then they started losing again. And I think the conversations between Phoenix and the Warriors, those started 10 days ago. 10 days ago. And that's when, they were essentially, if we can't move Bradley Beal, we have to think about Kevin Durant. Now, do they want to move Kevin Durant? Probably not. I mean, they love Kevin Durant. Yeah. They gave up so much to get him. But if he's the only person who is worth something right now that you can get a great return for, you have to think about it.
But doesn't have a psychology degree. Well, somebody better have one. Yeah. In the NBA organization, because you know what? Luka got blindsided. Anthony Davis got blindsided. You know who didn't get blindsided? You know what? De'Aaron Fox went exactly where he wanted to go. His agent put him there. Jimmy Butler didn't get the team he exactly wanted, but he got the money he wanted. How do you think that happened? He ruled out all the other teams. Yeah. So you think players don't have power anymore? They have the same amount of power. One